I'm recording. Are you going to record as well, Silver?
I hope things go well.
Alrighty.
Okay. So we are starting at the academy, and you're all gathering for your final exam.
Mm. Is this a written exam or a practical one?
Practical, of course.
Okay, good.
Written exams never kept anyone from dying on an adventure.
Unless you got stuck with a
Um,
desk job.
there is a caveat that I want to stipulate. That being the issue of metagaming.
Hmm.
I would remind you, you're graduating from an adventuring school. Assume they taught you some stuff.
Mm.
Okay.
So you probably know some of the more common and lower CR threats that are out there. So you probably know about gelatinous cubes and oozes and other things that you might find in dungeons. And you
Mm.
probably know more. It's the stuff that probably exists in the forest or the stuff that isn't native to here. Stuff that is more unusual that you might have less idea of what it does.
Mm.
For some reason, I felt that was targeted at me.
No, it was just targeted at the general of, to some extent, metagaming will be fine because you're graduating from an adventuring school.
Oh, okay. So that's in summary.
Yeah, it's an in summary. Assume they taught you stuff.
What?
Whether or not your character paid attention is up to you.
I'm just gonna roll intelligence every time I want to metagame to see if it's like if my character if it's penetrated his thick skull.
Roll to remember what the lecturer taught.
Yeah. And again, I've got a -1 intelligence modifier, so pretend for Chad to just be a lot.
-1 isn't that bad.
Oh, people somehow manage to fail rolls with +3s. -1 is going to be awful.
That because of that time when no one remember anything and Chad got an 20 on intelligence, it will be awesome.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
The one thing Chad knows.
Something Chad found interesting enough to pay attention to.
Yeah. It was in between bicep curls.
Okay, so you've gathered at the place you were all assigned to, where your proctor will be joining you shortly. Would anyone like to start with introducing their characters?
I think I might as well go first. Rain.
Okay.
Sorry, before that, to set this scene a little bit, are we like waiting behind a door?
You were told to go meet like at the statue at a certain time. People have been paired off in groups, and you're seeing one group walking away with their proctor as you come at the time that you've been appointed to show up to get your proctor. And there's other groups gathering at various points around the campus to meet their proctors. There's maybe a total of 10, 20 adventuring parties.
Mm.
And to remember, sorry if I'm interrupting, but to get things clear, we are in a party already together or not yet?
You have been assigned this group for your final exam.
Okay. I will not pester more.
It's not that you chose this, it's okay, you. You're going with this proctor for your final exam.
Okay.
On
It's
my
kind of like
part,
how some it's kind of like how some teachers assign group projects. So, go ahead, Rain.
so Rain is a legacy student. His father and mother both are teachers at the school, and thus he's grown up here, and basically would be a face that everyone would be familiar with one way or another. He's a outgoing student with a deep love for books and the craft of magic. Unfortunately, an accident in his youth with a bit of experiment that his father had set up caused a horrible disfigurement to his eyes. They're now black with blue irises. But beyond that, he's managed to push past the slightly awkward appearance and has devoted himself to never being a social butterfly. His face is, as I said, one that most would remember. After all, he so resembles his father, the arch-wizard Solarin, a adventurer that was around for the last 50 years and has been teaching at the school when not adventuring for decades as well. His mother also was a major magic teacher here, and she spent 30 years as one of the teachers of wizards and other arcane arts, although she often would storm off to the library and demand a massive section of it to herself for hours on end. Thankfully, the next generation of his family are a little bit more reasonable people. His older sister, Victoria, graduated from the academy about a decade ago, and she's taken command of a group of students and graduates who continue to try to research both lost forms of magic as well as inventing new forms of magic. After years of aggressive work, she's now one of the major personalities running a section of the school library. And finally, of course, Rain's paternal twin brother, Rial, who graduated some time ago from the academy and currently works with the school's diplomatic corps. Rain's a talented, bright kid who tries to be outgoing and uses his magic primarily as a support/research tool, but acknowledges and has been seen to at least put some effort into the application of war magic as well. Almost always perched on his shoulder is LUXR3Z17, a messenger familiar. Rain handcrafted the model kit of this little dragon. It's a clockwork beast made as a messenger's companion for wizards, and he spent some amount of time customizing it, giving it expanded wings, replacing the dual scroll carrying slot in its back with a 3 scroll carrying slot he custom crafted, probably with the help of a certain artificer, but we'll find out when that artificer has their turn to speak. He's pretty proud of it, but he never actually bothered to get around to joining the school's messenger race league, although he would often join in the public displays of the messengers. and he is a little bit smug about the fact that he's managed to increase the distance of the telepathic link with the messenger companion by a whopping 4 feet 7 3/16 of an inch. Rain will immediately wave to the others as they arrive, calling them over. Finally, test day.
Wow.
That was
A lot?
a lot.
Yeah, but Rain's a very visible face. Don't feel like you need to go to that much detail.
Hi.
I hope there is no test for that.
I'm not testing on that.
Zeta was sent to the Adventuring Academy at the ripe age of 17 after she accidentally, on purpose, put her arm through someone, defending a child who was getting picked on by a guard who is now not alive anymore. Rather than send her to prison, they decided that her talents at making things hurt would be better off in the academy. Within her first several weeks, she burnt down a library, threw 3 people into the lake outside the school, and accidentally, totally not on purpose, summoned an entire horde of weasels in one of the teachers' lounges.
I thought you weren't that kind of druid.
Gotta practice all the basic spells.
Okay, so that kind of druid.
Yeah. She spends most of her time by herself, looking up at the sky and working on her map of the stars, because apparently no one else has ever thought to do this.
A star chart? Blasphemy.
And she hasn't killed anyone else yet.
Maybe send a few of them over to the infirmary, but none of them are dead. Who would like to go next?
So, okay. Hey, bros. Hey, lady bros. I'm Chad. I'm a level 3 fighter. He actually does say this. Don't ask him what level 3 means. I'm a level 3 fighter. I have an axe. And then he just kind of trails off. Chad is Chad's parents are his father was a banker and his mother was also a fighter. He did not want to go to the academy. He wanted to stay home and what do people do for fun in this universe?
Drinking?
You tell me?
Summoning
Okay.
weasels?
He wanted to stay. He just wanted to stay home and and continue playing dice games with his other worthless rich friends. He's one of those kids.
Wow.
In his off time, he likes to lift weights and arm wrestle people. Yeah, that's about it. I didn't prepare much.
Don't worry about it. You don't need to be David.
I feel like I understand Chad.
Basically, it's like just he's one of those rich kids who if his parents didn't force him to go to college, he would be at home playing video games all day. It's basically that and just transplanted.
Zeta admires your lack of effort.
That's like, yeah, cool, thanks. He genuinely thinks that's a compliment.
I mean, from Zeta it is.
Okay, next.
I'll go then. So Tilden Tilden grew up at on the coastline, a coastline town. So he's fairly adept with the water and the sea. He's not that tall. He's kind of short. And you kind of just see him leaning on the ground against his quarterstaff with a very ornate, luminescent seashell tied to the end of it. He has a messenger bag slung over his shoulders with a large tomb kind of poking out from the bag strap itself. More prominently is that next to him there's a large bubble of water and a little bird, an osprey, resting on top of it. And if anyone kind of glances into the bubble, they'll see something kind of swimming inside. That's
Wait.
Iggy.
Sorry.
Yes.
To understand well, you say that there is a bubble of water floating beside you.
No, it's resting on the ground.
On the ground, a bubble of water.
Yes.
On the top of the bubble, there is a bird.
It's floating on the. It's kind of like a duck, kind of just floating on the water.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's something swimming within the bubble itself. That's Iggy. And it's a common sight within the academy itself. You will see this ball of water kind of roll behind Tilden as we go about our studies. And if you have occasionally caught Tilden during one of the festivals in the city, you'll know that that's my friend swimming within the water because we perform during the fest itself. Yes. So that will be my introduction.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Greg?
I think everyone knows Greg. Not that he's extremely friendly or not, but he's loud. He doesn't know a lot of interior voice. He's an orc with a big black coat covered in burning smudges. He is currently in a corner, sitting on the floor, screw driving something. He always invents things, or he thinks invent things. You probably have seen that he will shout out that he has invented something revolutionary, and sometimes it's pretty interesting. Sometimes he discovers how a pen works.
Yay.
He is banned from the library. Don't ask.
Same.
And
We have a
he's
library?
We did.
and he's pretty young. He's 13. But that's enough to be in a young adult for orcs.
Yeah, I was
He's
gonna say
beefy.
it's not that young for orcs.
Nah.
I think the library is still being rebuilt.
There
So
are
how many
several
people-
libraries, and you're not allowed in any of them.
How many of
Chad?
us are banned from the library?
Hi.
Chad's not banned. He's just,
Okay.
just like leans over and is like, "What's a library?"
Listen, they told me they wanted me to practice Produce Flame. They didn't say where.
I tried to make reading faster.
What's a
It didn't go
library?
well. It didn't go well.
Is Rain the only one allowed in the library?
No, Tilden's allowed in the library.
Tilden's
Tilden likes
allowed
the
in the
library.
Okay.
Zeta just sneaks into the library
I
using
mean,
wild
Chad
shape.
is allowed in the library.
He just has
Chad
no
is
idea where.
loud in the library.
He just has no idea where or what it's used for.
It's that place
When
that's
you-
always on fire.
When y'all are greeting, spring comes flying from something in Greg's hand. No,
Well.
shit! No! Ah! I need that.
Zeta goes and picks up the spring, and you see her just stick it inside of her shoulder. Oh yeah, Zeta is a slime ganassi.
Oh, that's what you mean by putting your arm through someone.
A little squishy.
Yeah.
Can I get that back?
Oh, yeah. She walks over to Greg and just leans her shoulder. Go ahead, take it.
Uh,
You want it back?
uh, Greg ruffles into his bag, pulled out a little rock, kind of put it close to your shoulder, and the spring kind of yoinks to the rock. Ha! I know it's gonna be useful something. I don't know. Spring bringer, and he trails off. Thanks. I will make sure to bring lots of springs for you later.
At this point,
Zeta's just like, oh my god, we're going to die.
At this point, a very bored yet harried-looking dragonborn comes up, wearing glasses and carrying a notepad and a book and a backpack full of stuff. Okay. So, I am Tardil Belwyn. I will be your examiner. Okay, we have a Greg.
Hello.
Okay, you may want to put that away. We're going to be joining the supply wagon soon. Charles Paxton.
Yeah, Chad.
Okay, Tilden and Danes.
Snarky, that's you.
She's taking roll and making sure everyone's there.
It
Good
is
morning, sir.
thinking.
And it's Tilden Endinus.
Endinus. Thank you. Yes. Rain, you're a familiar face here. Zeta. Please
Oh, no.
don't burn any of the wagons.
Oh no, Zeta died in a tragic accident. I'm her twin sister, Zeta.
Okay, still, no burning the wagons. Okay. Your exam is going to take place in a mining town. They've been reporting some trouble in the mines. And we're going to go join the supply train that brings them their food. So let's get out to the road so we can join the supply train. I hope you have all your stuff.
Of course. Rain shifts his pack.
They didn't allow me to bring my table saw.
I think you'll be fine without it.
I got all
But
the stuff that matters, man.
I need Sasha.
Is Sasha the
Sasha,
name
you're
of your
done.
table saw?
Yes.
Who
Well, you
touched
took your
Sasha?
Do you know where Tasha is?
Don't worry about
Or is it Sasha?
Sasha.
Oh no, who touched Sasha?
it.
Yes, exactly.
Table saws are not appropriate adventuring gear. They should stay at home.
I will make it. You'll see.
And Tardil just starts heading off to the main entrance where you see a supply wagon train just pulling up at the gate.
Party, just for Rain and David's sake, who looks like they're the most sluggish, moving the slowest the least, who looks tired.
Tilden will be moving the slowest because the bubble of water moving behind me is only going at 20 feet per round of movement.
Zeta will be periodically casting shape water to make the bubble roll faster behind him.
I'm not.
No, don't do that. Icky.
He'll be fine.
Chad's not sluggish. He's just very easily distracted.
No, but it's fine. Tilden can actually cast shape water as well to make it move along a bit for quicker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this Dragonborn is not slowing down for you.
I think then seeing Tilden being the one that's kind of falling behind the rest of the group overall, Rain would just casually stop by his side and give the youthful Tilden a pat on the shoulder. Don't worry, this won't be too bad of a day, I promise.
Ah, okay.
Huh.
Whoa, we have gifts.
So, Tilden, you feel a little bit pep. Not, oh my god, I'm running like a hurricane or anything. Just, you feel a little faster. You pick up things
up?
faster, you notice things faster, you're just a little bit faster. Very, very minor, but still.
Alright. Ice just a little quicker than usual.
Okay, so y'all make it to the supply train without the Dragonborn looking too much more disgruntled about waiting for you. Okay, find some space in one of the wagons so we can get going.
What's the teacher's name?
Mr. Bellwind.
Mr. Belwyn.
Technically, it's Miss
Miss.
Belwyn.
My bad.
Sorry, Miss Belwyn.
Supreme Commander Belwyn.
Sucking up will not get you extra points, Zeta.
Win.
Alright, climbs into the wagon.
Oozes into the wagon.
Rain will help the people running the wagon train double check the wagons and then hop into the lead wagon.
When you say wagon train, it is a train?
Choo choo.
A choo-choo train?
It
It's
is
like a
not a
convoy.
choo-choo train. It's like a bunch of
caravan.
wagons that are following each other. A caravan.
Or a
convoy.
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 Yeah.
Ooh, less exciting.
I mean, they've had some problems getting actual trains functioning. Things keep destroying the tracks.
Okay, moving on.
Hmm.
So...
But if the convoy is beginning to leave, I'll just pick up Clover, my osprey, and alright, Clover, keep an eye out for us and kind of throw Clover into the air.
Meanwhile, Lux is very much perched on Rain's shoulder, just casually ticking away as its clockwork metal rolls over.
And as you all go sit down, you are handed a piece of paper with a map and the identification of where you are going. You are
Ooh.
going
Is this-
to Ferriston.
Is this really fair? Chad can't read.
You can read. You just, Doesn't enjoy doing it. I can
He's
totally
managed. Chad has managed to pass the classes, which did require some reading skills.
after like the second or third take.
Took some work, but he managed to get through them.
Hmm.
We all have been there.
What are we looking like for a travel itinerary? 3 days?
It's probably going to be a 3-day trip, given the fact that we do have this line of wagons and other stuff that is being taken to the town.
And
So it's going to be some. It's
go
going to
ahead.
be a bit of travel time.
And does Miss Belvin expect us to provide guard duty for the wagon train as well?
Well, you hear some of the people. You hear some of them go, "Oh, more lazy students from the academy."
So no.
Wow.
Well, she's not going to require you to provide any services. That doesn't mean it might not be beneficial to volunteer for some guard duty.
Hmm.
Zeta
That's-
volunteers.
Alrighty. Yeah, no, I think that's good knowledge. There was not an implicit, we need to do guard duty. That's good to know.
Yeah. Your final exam is at the mining town. She is not requiring anything, but you do see her sitting there taking notes.
I think on Lead Wagon, Rain will be trying to at least keep a eye out on the land, if nothing else, just so that way he can warn the person driving the head wagon if he sees something dangerous ahead. Although Tilden's Osprey will probably be far better at that than him.
Hmm.
Okay, so what are you all doing while you're spending these 3 days on the wagon train? You do have the option of riding in the wagons, not having to walk the entire time.
Oh yeah, Zeta is definitely not logging.
Push-ups.
You know,
Yeah. Push-ups the whole time.
Rain will ride in the lead wagon all day, but come nighttime, he sets up his own private tent and does not take a watch duty.
Greg doesn't mind to walk alongside, but he will sit down when he wants to tinker with his toys. He's not very good guardsman. I think Greg will spend his time talking to Rain about mechanical stuff and chat about the latest finals of #sports.
Sports, yeah.
You
Speaking out of character, I'm kind of worried that 2 out of 5 of our party are not up for guard duty.
Zeta is up for all the guard duty. It's okay.
Tilden in the wagon will be kind of leaning against this bubble as a backing seat, but you'll see his eyes kind of blank out occasionally as he's viewing the skies through clover.
Oh, we gonna die.
Zeta is sitting on top of one of the wagons.
I mean, Zeta's taking night guard duty, if nothing else, to look at the stars.
Mm-hmm. So she's just sleeping on top of one of the wagons most of the day.
Cool. Okay, we got this.
Rain would definitely enjoy the conversations about mechanical experiments, as he terms it to Greg. I don't know if Greg would use the word experiments, but he's always got a suggestion for, well, but I tried this with Lux. Perhaps you could try something to that effect?
Yeah. Counterpoint, flamethrower.
Okay,
I like this guy.
I like the suggestion, but I had to already adapt a lot of Lux's internal devices just to allow the 3-scroll carrying pouch to fit in properly. So, flamethrower is a cool idea, but being able to carry multiple messages in one trip feels more personally valuable.
No. You just need to write smaller. Write smaller, bigger message in same paper.
Zeta
That makes
sticks her
sense.
head into the cart. Have you considered making it so that it carries scrolls of fireball?
Well, and at this point, Lux grins a little bit and he pulls out a scroll from his kind of heavy vestments and slides it in and out of the carrying case in Lux. That's the joy of this design. It can carry scrolls of magical spells.
Insert scroll of fireball, flamethrower.
Magic, unreliable.
Chad's like,
Tech-
nerds.
Zeta pops a good berry in her mouth. Hey, you want some drugs?
Uh,
She dangles a good berry in front of Chad.
What's that?
Full day's worth of nutrition in one tiny little delicious morsel. Like steroids,
Cool.
but legal.
There's that like that very long audible pause, and then Chad just cool.
Chad is more like someone who plays American football or someone who does a lot of weed.
He's one
No,
of
this
those.
is- Okay.
Well-
Like hippie or bro?
Bro, very much a bro. Like he's into MMA type bro.
Yeah, these are steroid drugs, not pot drugs. Zeta hasn't figured out how to make those yet.
Cool.
And it's a full day's of nutrients with very few calories.
5-hour good berry.
Is there what's the in-universe equivalent of Red Bull?
That'd be the haste spell, because then you crash afterwards.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I believe there is a brand who sells a bottle of haste in a bottle. That's just an energy drink.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's somebody that sells haste in a bottle. It's not really a magic potion, it just
Caffeine.
Caffeine and
Shut-
sugar.
And
shot of
ginseng.
caffeine and sugar. You'll be great for a brief period and then you'll crash. But nobody can tell the difference because that's exactly what the haste spell does.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a
You all-
fairly... Go ahead.
I was gonna say, you all notice when Greg goes to bed, he sleeps with how to call it, a stuffed animal.
What animal is it?
A kitty.
Aw.
Mhm. Kitty. This is like the first campaign. This is like the first campaign where we haven't had a tabaxi.
Oh yeah.
We
Oh.
have something better than a tabaxi. Just wait.
Is Zeta gonna have like cat ears pop out from her head?
No, she's a slime, but she has wild shape.
Okay, and
Wild
that's
shape
a
of a
close enough
cat.
answer.
Is your wild shape just putting out ears and a tail?
No, her wild shape is the best wild shape for a person who is not being a moon druid. That's all I'm gonna say. But just wait till you see which one I
Alright.
picked.
Along.
Okay, so it's a fairly uneventful trip to the mining town. I mean, the caravan is big, which detracts many from trying to make trouble.
But I wanted to kill some bandits.
There will be murder later.
Does the doctor say this?
No! The proctor just goes, there's every possibility that the trouble they're having might require some termination of life.
Mhm.
Killing everything is not solved by killing something.
But a lot of things are.
Oh, why did I get this group?
Remember last year when you and Elder Renchkon had that argument about the processes of evaporation? I have a feeling I know who pulled the names from the hat. I wasn't there at the time, I'm just saying. You notice these patterns after a couple decades at the school.
We have hats. Do we have hats?
Of course you can have hats. Hats are perfectly allowed.
When is the hat question asked?
Like, during that conversation, just like, kind of
Is this
leans over to the side, just like, we have hats.
is this like the second day?
I don't know, is this the second day?
I think we just arrived at the mining town, but regardless.
I mean, you can have that conversation anytime you'd like along the trip.
So is it like evening when we arrive?
It is evening as you arrive, and there is an assortment of individuals that come to meet the train. And since it is approaching evening, not only do you see the dwarves, humans, dragonborn, gnomes, and all of that coming out, you also see the drow and the Duragar who stay inside during the day.
Are there any Ganassi?
There's a couple Earth Ganassi here.
I'm half Earth Ganassi. But in response to the question about hats, Zeta will summon Mr. Haddington.
What's Mr. Haddington?
I'd like to show
Sure.
everybody Mr. Haddington.
Show them the art. This is Zeta's familiar. Having a familiar as a druid is a lot more expensive than having a, well, resource expensive.
You all see Mr. Haddington. Don't know if he showed up.
Where?
Not
No,
yet.
it don't.
Let me see here. Do.
There should be a show to players option after you make it available to see.
So 3 out of 5 members of the party have a familiar.
It costs me a use of wild shape to summon him for.
Okay. Ferret with a hat on.
Alright,
Oh my god!
dear lord.
Yeah.
Mr. Haddington.
I think Greg's go, oh my god, I need a hug! I'm going for a hug.
Zeta sends Mr. Haddington to hug Greg.
It is
Oh,
very
good.
possible. It is very possible you've seen Mr. Haddington before, just never connected him with Zeta. Because he'd have been there at any parties.
Oh my god, you're so fussy!
He can't speak any languages.
Speak little screeches, don't you? Little screeches.
He just makes ferret sounds.
But you arrive at the mining town toward evening, and one of the dwarfs comes up to you and says, "Come on in. There's some space for you in the houses. Most of you will have to get the wagon train inside, and y'all just stay in the square. Should be enough room. Although you'll have to go out in reverse order."
So they're offering us spare rooms to stay in, or
Oh, there's a bit of an inn. There's an inn for the occasional visitor and stuff. Because they do have. There's not enough room for the entire supply train personnel to stay here. But they often get wandering merchants who stay in the inn and stuff.
reasonable enough. I think, at least for his part, Rain will consider the inn situation and then leave that for others who need the luxury and go back to setting up his tent off to the side of the center square.
Is
Okay.
there like a water well in the square anywhere?
I think it's inside the building there.
Okay, if it's in a building, then Zeta's not gonna do the funny thing.
How
I
much
thought.
water do you need?
The
Oh,
reason the reason why it's in the building is because it sometimes gets really cold up here.
Zeta doesn't need water. Zeta was gonna hide in the water.
Yeah, I figured it was going to be a case of Zeta taking a nap at the bottom of the well.
Yeah, she can breathe underwater, so.
Ah,
But she
okay.
wants to be able to see the stars. Okay. And you just see your proctor is talking to a gnome off to the side and gestures at the five of you.
When I get pointed at, I wave.
Yeah, same. I was about to do the exact same thing.
Rain will finish setting up his tent before going over to find out what the situation is.
Zeta will go over and just like exist in this space.
Chad is going to be just stand there, like the beautiful dumbass he is.
Zeta pats Chad on the back. You're our beautiful dumbass.
Well, it's been a long trip, and I'm sure you'd all like to sleep. And the mine has been fairly quiet today, so I suppose there's not much of a rush right now.
Zeta raises her hand. What exactly are we actually doing here with the mine?
Well, for some reason, the miners keep coming back with burns. I mean,
No? Like what caused it?
we don't know. They just keep babbling something about breathing fire.
I'm not that kind of Ganassi.
Breathing fire?
Huh.
They're not making much sense.
Aren't
So we
they?
asked for help from figuring stuff out here. That, and they keep coming up with a story about the boulders throwing themselves at them.
Would this sound at all familiar to Zeta?
Maybe maybe from children's stories.
Okay.
So tomorrow morning, check mines. We talk to miners. Not good night.
We kill whatever's firing boulders.
It is no light.
You can
Okay.
kill things that aren't alive.
Wait, I'm confused. Are we fighting fire or boulders?
Oh.
Yes.
Perhaps even fire boulders.
Boulders of fire.
The miners haven't been making much sense in their reports.
Hmm.
Goodness gracious. Great balls of fire.
Okay. So y'all just going to
I think that, yeah,
make
Rain is going
use
to
of the
take.
inn,
I think Rain is
or
going to
you're
take up camp inside his tent, but he's going to have Lux sitting on the entrance flap of the tent, watching on guard duty for him.
okay. And Greg, Chad, and Tilden.
Are
Uh,
in the Chad's going for the inn.
Yeah.
Same.
And
But I
Zeta?
will have Clover kind of just on one of the outside windows of the inn, just keeping an eye out.
Zeta will Misty step up to the roof of the inn and sit up there and draw on her star chart until she falls asleep.
Okay. So, as you see, there's some nice sturdy walls here. The biggest threat is anything coming down the mountain.
Uh,
And anything that may be in the mine, since there seems to be things in the mine. But it's, as they said, it's quiet. Nothing seems to be happening right now.
uh-huh.
Could I have Lux and Zeta make me perception rolls?
Here's roll of the campaign.
Yes. Zeta, you hear some minor scrabbling of like a small creature off toward the mine, but you can't see anything. Don't see anything.
Mr. Haddington, go to sleep.
Otherwise, the night passes fairly uneventfully. And when morning comes, there is quite the smell of food in the inn. And you see just about everybody proceeding to the inn to grab some of whatever it is that they make here. It seems to be quite a spread of some very interesting smelling porridge, and then eggs and bacon.
Before Zeta prepares her spells for the day, she pops one of yesterday's good berries in her mouth.
Gotta get them before they go bad.
I think Rain will take a bowl of the porridge, look at the eggs and bacon, and then resist and just take the bowl of porridge.
Or for me, I full a plate of it.
Chad is getting as much protein as possible.
So eggs and bacon. What is this porridge?
Yes.
What is this soupy stuff?
Porridge has protein in it.
Yes, it does.
Mm-hmm. Just
What
gets
about
enough for a
Tilda?
growing 17-year-old.
Nom 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 nom.
I'm assuming Tilden is also grabbing some breakfast.
Yes, I grabbed enough for himself, and he might snuck a bit for Iggy.
Zeta would have dropped a good berry in Iggy's bubble. before creating.
So you will, if you do that, you will see a tentacle just kind of rise up from water and snatch it and drag it down into the depths of the water bubble.
Yeah. Who's your good little monstrosity?
Splash, 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 splash.
Well, I think Zeta has a friend. Okay. So, let's see. So, Belwyn comes up to and says, "I'm gonna go check on the people who have these burns and see if I can get any sense out of them.
Can
Why
I
don't you
join
go-
you?
Why don't the 5 of you go see what's going on in the mines? It sounds like it's quiet in there."
Okay, bye.
And she goes off muttering about pointless endeavors.
Zeta's briskly walking toward the mine.
We
But
haven't
point-
finished breakfast.
Finishing it off, shove eggs and bacon into my mouth.
I mean, Belwyn's finished her breakfast.
So it's like pointless endeavors. Wondering if she should have if it's too late to consider a change in career.
Rain will quickly
Yeah.
chomp down 3 more large spoonfuls of the porridge, then return the bowl and bolt after Zeta.
Chad has, in 30 seconds, wolfed down a very large amount of food and is already done eating.
Does he have a
Following
bacon
behind.
pocket?
No, he just eats like a pig.
Way behind. Greg's like, you guys, it's not a good idea to eat and run.
Greg is right. We shouldn't run. Brisk walk. Tell them brisk walks over to the entrance of the mine.
Oh,
Okay,
good
sure.
idea. I start chugga brisk walking.
Okay, so we're all going to the mine. Now let's see if I can manage to do this without breaking things.
And everything explodes.
The end.
Mine.
Okay. Yes, there is a mine. And yes, you can see everything, but put your tokens over by the entrance.
Let's say we have a map.
Yes. They provided you with a map of the area.
Just for,
Silva, do you want?
just for reference, what classes are we all?
Well, Chad is a fighter.
I'm a fighter, yeah.
Greg is an artificer.
I make
Hmm.
Tilden is a warlock. Zeta is a druid, and Rain is a wizard.
Cool.
Silva, for sake of housekeeping, do you want our familiars on the map or off the map?
Your familiars are generally small enough to share the same space as you.
All right.
Unless
Also, Mr.
Iggy-
Addington is not here.
Yes, and Iggy is tiny as well, so his bubble takes up a bit more space, but Iggy himself is tiny.
unless stated otherwise, Lux is perched on Rain's shoulder.
So, unless they are separated from you, I would say for everyone's sanity, just leave them off the map.
All right.
Cool.
And we'll just assume that they're with you or they're not present. Okay, so You enter the mine, and there are tracks everywhere in here. And there are some glowing crystals. You see a glowing crystal down in this cave.
Shiny.
Yes.
Is the cave itself illuminated, or is it just the crystal that's glowing?
There are some lights in the cave at intervals, but that one just happens to be in a fairly darkish spot. It kind of like playing Minecraft. You space the torches out just enough for the monsters to not spawn, but there's areas that are still kind of dark.
Yeah, I feel like someone forgot a torch.
Is Tilden not on the map, or?
Tilden is being set on by Greg.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Yeah, the main parts of this mine are only wide enough for single file travel here.
Just in
So-
case, before I enter, Tilden was just cast light on the seashell that's at the end of his staff, just to provide a bit of light, just in case there are some pockets that we don't see.
Okay.
Yep.
So yeah, you can see some dark spots, but as you get to them, you'll be lighting them up.
Are you 3 humans?
Yep.
Yes, there's. I'm human.
Yes.
Oh
Uh,
my god, a blind party.
Well,
I-
Tilden
I-
is an Azamar.
I have like half a dozen ways to see in the dark if I want to.
Blind party.
I can breathe
dark
underwater.
vision. No dark vision. Well, almost no dark vision, I think.
I have dark vision. I just prefer to see in color.
I literally have the spell Dark Vision.
Okay, so Zeta went into the mine first, so
Yee.
when you get up to this intersection, make me a perception check.
Oh, roll 20. I hate you.
Okay, you see some bioluminescent mushrooms off down the track to your right. And you do see the track splitting ahead. So which way do you want to go? Do you want to go continue straight or see what's off this way?
Zeta will turn this way.
Zeta, wait for us.
Rain puts his hands on Chadwick's shoulders and starts marching him down the freaking tunnel.
I should probably take lead.
I mean,
I
right, it's too narrow here for you to get around Zeta.
Fish.
And as you approach that section, you do notice the track is broken, so something's been going on here. You wouldn't think the track could get that broken.
Do I know
Wow.
this? Do I really know this?
You may not. Zeta does.
Hello? Is there anyone here?
I'm here.
No, I meant like the door miner.
As you get here, you
Ooh, a
hear
lever.
you hear some argument coming off to your left, and some laughter and a hiss coming from your left, from your right. You're going to the argument.
Yes.
Okay. So we're going this way. Okay, just stop. Wait a minute.
Collaborate and listen.
Hammer time.
This map is very small.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
What is that?
There are
Ooh.
3 small creatures here who seem to be arguing over who gets to be in this cave.
Do they look... What... Do they look like bugs? Or elementals? Or... The art is not
A bit
very...
of yes?
They look like imps.
They look like some kind of elemental bug thing.
Are they speaking in common, or...
Shit from back here.
You recognize them. You recognize what they're saying, Zeta.
Okay.
They are speaking in Terran.
Okay.
Damn it, I took 14 languages and I skipped Terran.
It's like British, but for primordial.
Okay, just
Uh,
never thought about it that way.
All 4 of the elemental dialects are the same language, just with different accents.
I speak primordial, but okay, so it's like
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
this
you
guy
can
is
understand.
speaking-
You're understanding what they're saying. It's just like an American listening to maybe a Brit or an Aussie going, okay, I
what,
think
mate?
those are English words, but I don't know if that's exactly how you use that word.
It's like the difference between Spanish and Portuguese and Italian.
Yeah.
mm,
You can get the idea of what they're saying, but you're going, are you sure that's how you pronounce that?
The record, I also speak one of those languages. I speak Ignan.
Yes. So you're understanding some of it as well?
It,
I
But
know.
you're not fluent in what they're saying, but it's enough to understand they're arguing over who gets to be in this room.
in like just the most generic TV primordial, Zeta's just gonna be like, "Hello, can we help you?"
What are you doing here?
Yeah, about that.
This is our cave. Well, this is my cave. They need to go find a different spot in it.
Okay, do you work for the mining guild, or
What mining guild?
are you the ones who've been throwing fire and boulders at people?
Well, people keep trying to come in here and kick me out.
Were you here before the cave existed?
I mean, I just got here. I don't know. Maybe 3 weeks ago? 2 or 3 weeks ago?
Where did you get here from?
I was just calmly resting at home, and then suddenly I'm here. And this seems like a nice place to be, and I'm going to stay here.
Mm,
Hey, did you see anything of what's going on? Rain,
There
sorry,
is
no rain.
there is light in there, and you can probably see.
I have a lot of people in front of me. I don't think so.
You are also an orc who's taller than most everybody else in the party.
Fair enough.
There's a bright light in front of your face.
Yeah, but you can also see that there's a creature here. It is the one back here that is being the most obnoxious.
They seem to be arguing with each other, and currently Zeta appears to be trying to find out what their association is with the mining company.
Zeta is determining whether it is okay or not to kill them.
I mean, at
Chad
least
is starting
Zeta's
to get bored
trying.
and wants to fight things.
At least
I would
Zeta is
remind you that-
trying.
Yeah,
She's
I would
going through the
remind-
entire dialogue tree.
Yeah, she's going through the dialogue tree and making sure that okay, yep, check that, check that, check that. Okay, yes.
I think while the talking is happening, Greg will get bored of not saying anything and will go around because he saw the map.
So I'm going to ask you very politely that you leave this cave and let the miners who work here be, or, well, my companions and I will have to forcibly remove you.
It's our job.
Um,
We
okay,
accept your generous terms of surrender.
that sounds familiar. As Zeta says that, Theodore just kind of try to reach over Chad and kind of tap Zeta on the shoulder. Yes, you tell them.
So I guess Zeta's gonna make persuasion, which she's terrible at.
Okay.
Or intimidation.
No, she's just asking them to leave. She's like, this was someone else's mine. The other option is killing you. She's doing it very matter of factly. She's not trying to scare anyone.
Let's see if we can pacifist run this.
Did someone say killing? Did someone say killing? Are we gonna fight something now?
So a 12. Not bad. Not bad, all things considered.
No, not bad, all things considered.
Hello, are we waiting for something?
You're waiting for me to figure out how monsters
Oh.
work.
Well, I assume they have a union.
Hope they have a union.
Well, these guys are kind of separated from their union.
Oh, that's not good.
That's a shame.
You
Well-
need to pay your dues. Smacks with a warhammer.
Remember the fact that he just said he was fine and happy at home, and then 3 weeks ago he's suddenly here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's now found a place that seems nice and he doesn't want to leave. I'm trying to think what I would go against that with. Brain is not working.
It's usually like a wisdom saving throw or an insight roll.
Or it could just be a high DC, depending.
Yeah. Depending on how entrenched they are.
Well, he is not in the mood to leave because this seems like a nice place. It's not wet, it's not cold, and it is earthy. It could stand to be warmer, but it's not cold. There's no snow or water here. This is nice to him.
And he's
Wow.
saying all of that?
No, he just goes, I like it here. I'm going to stay here. It's cold out there and wet.
Well, that's
I mean,
a shame.
that actually it's true. What about a different idea? What if you leave and let leave? Like stay here, but also let people do the mining thingy.
They're noisy.
And you're
I'll
burning
say.
and throwing rocks at them.
I haven't thrown any rocks.
Okay, who's throwing rocks?
Hmm.
Okay. You burning them?
Well, they're being noisy. What else are you supposed to do? Besides, the place
Well-
needs to get warmer.
Hey, guys. These guys are being noisy. Zeta will use a bonus action to activate Starry Form.
Oh no, is this did did Zeta also then go instead of a Dark Lord, you will have a queen?
Yeah, basically. So Zeta is now shedding bright light and has lots of little stars all over her body. She hasn't actually attacked anyone yet.
Did we have we been in this mine long enough that we've switched over to dark vision and this is now intensely painful?
It's like a soft glow.
You're walking behind a torch.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're
torch
standing
isn't
in front
allowed.
of Tilden, who's
Yeah.
carrying a light.
Yeah, Tilden literally lit up his
What's the
staff
stuff? Yeah.
as you
Mm.
came in the mine. So there's been a torch behind you, so it's not any different. You just now
Okay.
have a torch behind you and in front of you.
Yeah.
So, gentle people, bug, elemental things. This is your last warning. We are asking you to vacate the premises. Or else.
Trust me, guys. She's right. Is it a she?
Yes, Zeta is a she.
She is being nice to you all by giving all these chances. Take it.
Well, I don't care what the other two here do. In fact, I want them to leave. He's just getting everything dusty and he's getting everything wet. I want to make this place warmer. So, Magma Guy has no intention of leaving, and the other two seem to be equally determined to transform the cave into their preferred preference, because this is the biggest room here.
Zeta casts Guiding Bolt at the fire one.
Oh good, we get to fight something.
Dialogue tree is empty. Time to kill.
Okay, now how does start initiative?
There should be a clock.
There's a bug.
Clock on the toolbar. I think it's like the second or third. Yeah. From the
There we
bottom.
go.
Oh, first not 20.
First net 20 of the campaign.
And
I
it's
got
on
first. I
and
got
it's on a
first. Not,
bug.
no, I got first not 20, but it's rolled to GM.
Oh.
Yeah, it is a 21. Rolled a nat 20 there. And one of the bugs did too, so.
Oh good.
Okay.
Does Rain have the highest initiative bonus?
You might.
We're not
This
a
is
very
possible.
dexterous group.
You have a +5 as a wizard.
I fuck with time.
There are bonuses to this.
Yeah,
That's
that's
true.
fair.
So anyway, I started blasting.
Okay.
Yeah, there it is.
So Zeta starts off by shooting guiding bolt at the magma method in the back.
Let's see how badly I miss. Are we? Is it just Zeta going around and then initiative, or are we starting at Zeta's position in initiative?
I was just going to start with you as you're making the first move and then start with initiative.
Okay.
Mhm.
Where is the Well, I critically miss.
Fighting music.
Ouch.
First natural one of the campaign.
Yep, that's one heck of a. But I will still use my bonus action to also attack.
But
Okay.
wait,
Does a 23 hit?
A 23 hits.
So from Zeta's arm, like 2 of the stars like connect into a point and like turn into an arrow and just like shoots out of her arm and hits the guy square in the face.
So you're in archer form.
That's yes. Unless otherwise stated, Zeta will always assume archer form when she assumes starry form.
Alright.
Yes, that is Zeta's default.
And that was a cast of Guiding Bolt from my focus, not from a first level spell slot. Which I need to figure out why it has all those letters.
Yeah.
Yes. So we are starting up, and the dust method goes first. The dust method is going to cast sleep on the try and cast sleep on the 4 people in the hall.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What do you roll to resist it?
We don't,
We don't.
but
But it starts with your familiars because
No,
they
it-
have the lowest hit points.
Yep.
yeah, that wouldn't be enough to even put Zeta to sleep by itself.
And it's going to start with your familiars because they have the lowest hit points.
So all the familiars are asleep.
So the familiars are asleep and nobody else is asleep.
Does anyone have less than 22 hit points even?
Yes.
No.
Okay, so we would have to figure out if David.
how much, David?
17.
Oh,
David
no.
might be.
Wait,
David might
how
be
many
asleep.
familiars do we have? 3?
Well, we have Iggy,
I-
but I think it would miss Iggy.
Iggy and Clover. Clover has 1, Iggy has 3 HP.
Oh,
So that'd
okay.
be a total of 4.
Lux
And-
has 7, so that's 11.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
So there's
Okay,
not enough
okay.
left to put you to sleep.
Oh,
Wait,
if Lux only had 1, I think we would have gone to sleep.
Tilden
Yeah.
has 2 familiars?
Tilden, it has a squid who doesn't actually act as a familiar, but has familiar hit points, and is always with Tilden. And then has an actual familiar.
With the duck.
Yes.
How young is Tilden?
Tilden is 17.
So in other words, you're a kid now, and you're a squid now.
Splatoon 3 coming to Nintendo Switch.
Or at least a squid dad.
Yes. But yeah, because
The
all the
dad will
familiars went to
crouch.
sleep first, Rain doesn't go to sleep.
Yay.
Eh.
But the familiars have decided they're going to take a nap for a minute. Okay, it is now. And the dust method is going to move to here. And it is Greg's turn.
Just click the next button on the turn order.
Aha! That's the button.
Yep.
Do not hit friends. Can I move here-ish?
Yes, because you do not leave the... It won't attack.
I mean, about
Yeah.
this rock.
It's fine.
Okay, I move there. I stand out like as a somewhat defensive position, and I pull out from my package a little mechanical doll. I say, Gilbert, protect them, and I just toss it like from my shoulder backwards. Little
Gilbert
Gilbert.
Godfrey.
Can you share an art for Gilbert?
I will show the art for Gilbert.
Seven familiars.
We are a Pokemon party, aren't we?
Oh my
There is
god.
Gilbert.
Dear Lord.
Mechanical Cobalt?
Yes.
Something like that. So I activate as an action. I activate my Eldritch Cannon. It's called as a protector, and as a bonus action, I make him move and activate the protector ability.
What does the protector ability do?
Every creature that I want 10 feet around him gets 5 temporary hit points.
Yay! So all 4 of you down there have 5 temporary hit points.
You see him run there, chaga 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 chaga, and there is a little beacon that comes from his back, and fog kind that comes around and impregnates you with some sort of sticky fluid that works as a shield. And
It
I think
absorbs some damage.
that grabs all of us. And that's my turn.
Okay. So it is now Chad's turn.
I finally get to kill something.
Chad Smash.
Yes. So I run up to whatever this thing is.
It seems to be kind of goopy.
I've got a battle axe in one hand and a scimitar in the other, and I've got 2 weapon fighting, so that means I should get to double smash.
So, do you know how two-weapon fighting works in 5e?
I know it's like if you've got a light weapon in your offhand, you get to make a second attack, but without applying your proficiency. And if you have the 2 weapon fighting feat, you no longer apply that. It no longer has to. You can't apply your proficiency.
Exactly. But you don't do the extra damage for your bonus. Like if you're hitting with dexterity, you don't add your dexterity to the damage.
Okay, so let me just do that with my scimitar since it's my offhand weapon.
And it takes your bonus action to do the second attack.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah. For flavor's perspective, Gregor put it off a hand axe and a shield.
The whole idea, no hurting my friends.
Yeah.
So I smash with the axe.
Holy shit.
You do?
Yep, you smashed
Yep.
with the axe.
Wait, why is it only plus?
Because you rolled a 1 on the d8.
Oh, wow. Okay. And then I smash with the scimitar, even though it's a slashing weapon.
Do you have two-weapon fighting?
That hit, yes.
I do,
Cool.
That hits as well?
and I deal 1 damage. Womp womp. So 11 damage.
He does not look like he's having fun.
Whereas Chad is having the time of his life. And
Some bits of goop have fallen to the floor.
that's my turn. I dab on the haters and pass.
Calm down, Vegeta.
It is now
Uh,
Rain's turn.
Sorry, sorry, this is the combat. For Chad, you took two weapon fighting as your fighting style, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your second attack does have your ability modifier added to the damage. That's the ability of two weapon fighting.
Yes. In two-weapon fighting, when you engage in two-weapon fighting, you can add your ability modifier to the damage of the second attack.
Yeah, so it'd be 1d6 plus either your strength or dex. I'm not sure which one you're using right now.
Strength. In other words, it's not 11 damage. I dealt 14 damage.
So it's
Three more
another
damage.
3 damage.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He's still not having fun.
Hmm. But now he's having slightly less fun.
He's having a little bit less fun, yes. Okay, and it is, as I said, it is Rain's turn.
From all the way back here, can I see what's going on with the two of them, or is this more of a I can make out the noises and I can see the one flying beside the open space?
40 feet
Zeta-
of light
Um,
is in front of you.
Yeah, and Zeta is shedding 10 feet of bright light and 10 feet of dim light.
yeah,
I-
so
I'm
you
more
can-
meant-
Light.
I'm more meant that there's walls in between me and the fight, so
I think you can very clearly see the magma method, who is also emitting light. He's made of magma, so there's a bit of glow there.
That's hot.
but the other one, you'd say nah.
You might be able to see the mud method. You can't see the dust method.
All right,
Clear. This is the magma method,
Yes, this is the magma method.
It's lit,
and
fam.
this is what kind of element we see.
The
in
mud.
This is mud.
Ah,
Which is like slime, but not as cool.
That is true.
yeah. Slime with bad PR.
all right. Then Rain is just going to shove a sliver into the Mephit's brain.
That sounds painful. A intelligence save, huh?
Left the game.
Oh well.
Should be at advantage.
Why is it rolling at advantage?
The sheets always default to advantage and whisper to GM when you import them through the add-on, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I set it to normal. It
They
should
can't
be
be
rolling
solved.
at advantage.
Sometimes you have to do
It's-
that every individual creature sheet. It's kind of troublesome sometimes.
It's a
I just checked the
nuisance.
magma. Yeah, I just checked the magma methods and it's set to normal.
Hey,
Oh, well.
Snarky, I don't. Snarky,
But
I
we'll
don't
just
have
go-
my.
Go ahead.
I don't have my player's handbook. How does action surge work?
It's not a bonus action. You just say you want the action surge, and you just get additional action.
Okay.
So there's three
Yeah.
components to a turn. There's three major components to a turn: action, move, and bonus action. If you action surge, you get a second action.
Mm,
After the Mind Sliver, Rain will spend the rest of his turn trying to rouse Lux.
Okay, you managed to rouse Lux, but he's still a little groggy and not going to be doing anything this turn. And the Mephit successfully shakes off your mind sliver. Hey, that's not nice.
Rain does not understand him, so unlike the rest of the party, he's just busy going, hey, little guy, come on, there you go, come on, stand up, there, good job.
Don't worry, I don't think Chad understands them either.
yeah, Chad's just a meathead.
I think Chad's used to not understanding, though.
Chad smash.
Chad is not used to understanding, but does not see that as inherently as a problem.
As far as Chad goes, this is something for me to hit.
Hmm.
Go get him, buddy.
which as a bit of foreshadowing is probably how I'm going to end up dying.
I mean,
I'll get reincarnated eventually. If you're willing to be reincarnated.
well, the magma method is going to cast a spell that several people are familiar with.
Is it Firebolt? Oh.
Ooh. On
Oh,
what?
oh no.
On
Oh.
I have
Chad.
On-
Oh,
On
I
What
am
of
the
all
wearing,
armor.
of
I am
Oh
wearing like
no!
so much metal, my dudes.
I'm so glad
Oh.
that I'm a druid right now.
Oh shit!
yeah.
Oh, that's awful. Uh, remember you have 5 HP temporary HP.
Yeah.
Might
Yes.
need him.
So do I just eat this damage?
Yes.
Yeah,
You
and
eat
you
the
can't
damage.
remove the armor.
Can I roll on the floor and put out the fire?
Or like
Chad
that.
has to make the con save to not drop his weapons.
Well,
It's not
if
the
it was-
weapon that's eating.
Oh, it's his armor. Alright. Okay.
There's a
So-
reason why the miners have been coming out with burns.
I take 13
Ah.
damage minus 5, right? For
Yes.
Okay, so
Is it 5 temporary HP every turn, or is it just 5 temporary HP period?
Every time he activated, it gives the 5.
Okay, so on his turn, if he uses that ability, I get you.
Yes.
I haven't played with an artificers, and I haven't read it on purpose because I want to discover it naturally. So that's why I figured I'd ask.
No problem.
And
we have,
magma method is
have
going to
two
move
ar-
here and end his turn.
we have 2 artificers, a druid, a fighter. What's Tilden?
As far as Chad can tell, he's a spellcaster.
We have 2 wizards.
Oh, we are totally
did.
we're
We
We are
don't have
boned.
two. We don't have 2 of anything.
Well, I'm just saying
Oh.
that, Tilden seems like he's a wizard.
Yes.
He's a caster of some kind.
Mm.
It is now Zeta's
Me.
turn.
Okay, time for damage. 1
I
second though.
miss when our party had balance.
Remember, heat
have-
metal is concentration.
Yes, I
Have
know.
balance. We have you.
1 second, I'm just making sure that this is going to do the thing that it's supposed to do. Okay, does a 15 hit the magma method?
Yes.
Okay, get wrecked, nerd.
The magma method gets wrecked.
So therefore, it is a nerd. Therefore, it is a nerd.
That is
QED.
exactly enough to kill it. But
Oh, god damn it.
Oh god damn it.
Oh, for
That's
fucking out
holy
loud.
Right?
Chad.
God
make a
damn it,
dexterity
Chad.
saving throw.
Okay, no, I should be okay.
You succeeded. You take you take 3 damage. And
Ow.
You
your
need
armor
to.
is hot.
I think that 7 is the average. You'll have it roll.
Yeah, it just says the 7 is an average. You need to roll the 2d6 for those kind of situations.
Let's
Or you can-
do
Or you can accept the average.
no, that you still take 3
It's
damage.
3. It's 3.
Okay, bonus action arrow towards the mud method.
Okay.
And, 1 second, I need to read something real quick. Yeah, you okay? Perfect.
And just to not clutter the screen, I'm going to put him over there.
Okay. Yeah, so just arrow to. Does a 12 hit?
It does not.
Then Rain snaps his fingers.
Ah,
You get to
Got a
reroll that attack.
Is that a is
Does
is
a
this a
14
JoJo
hit?
reference?
A 14 does in fact hit.
5 radiant damage. The arrow bounces off the wall, comes back to Zeta, shoots out again, and hits the mud myth.
Is that a JoJo reference? Because the only thing I know about JoJo is Dio doing the time stop thing.
No, this is more just. There was another reality where the arrow missed, but this reality, the arrow definitely hit.
Everything's a JoJo reference.
Toki wo Tomare.
Okay, is that Zeta's turn?
Yep.
It is now Tilden's turn.
Alright, Tilda's gonna take a step forward and point his staff at the mud method and say, I cast Firebolt.
Calling your attacks.
A 21 hits.
Good firebolt.
So
Bad
warlock.
Firebolt. Bad.
Wait, did you not take the Eldritch Invocation that adds your charisma?
I did not. I took other invocations to expand my spell list because I'm playing Tilda as a wizard.
So, a warlock, a warlock, a druid, an artificer, and
An all-terrain vehicle.
all walk into a bar.
I hope somebody
Alright.
ducked.
And just behind the two methods, at this spot, a tentacle will appear.
Okay.
I've seen this anime.
wibbly wibbly.
Chat doesn't watch anime.
Like, this group, I'm just making it.
And it has a 10 feet reach, so it'll smack the mud method.
Have a token for it?
Sorry?
We do not have a token for a tentacle.
I'll find in.
We'll
Oh,
have
I
to
have-
get. Do you have
I
a
have-
tentacle token, Kiwi?
I do. 1 second, I'll message it to you.
I'll just roll for the damage first.
Yeah, I'll just DM over my.
I assume my
Tentacle
10 misses.
A 10 misses, yes.
Alright.
I can only screw with time so often.
Yes, and since I'm assuming that took your reaction, you can't do so again until your turn comes up.
Correct.
Is that your turn?
Yep.
It is now the Mud Method's turn. He's not very happy with having been smacked by this thing wearing all this metal.
Hi. Am I about to get fought? Show me your moves.
By the power of Grayskull.
He is going to use Mud Breath on you.
Ugh.
Ew.
You need to make another dexterity saving throw.
Nope.
Oof.
Ooh.
Fine.
You are now restrained. What does restrain do again?
Move had disadvantage on attacks, and everything had an advantage on attacks on him.
Attacking was my one thing.
Well, you get to repeat the save on your turn.
and it doesn't even take your action to repeat the save.
Question.
Answer?
So he's an orc, right? Oh no, wait, the orc is not the fighter. I'm so bad with races. Never mind, ignore me.
Stereotypes.
You don't see race. Is that what you're saying?
No, I just don't.
Well,
I
you're
assume-
slime finesse, so it's like you're either a solid or a liquid.
Yeah. There's two
Okay,
types of
here.
people in the world.
3 types. Gas, liquid, solid.
Okay, never mind. I was thinking if you were an orc, you would have powerful build, which would make you technically a large creature. But you're not an
No.
orc.
I'm a
You're
huge.
just Chad.
Orc doesn't have large. It's powerful only. Comes just large for pushing dragon and stuff.
Okay,
Uh,
so I put my spiritual
Not
weapon in that
actual, like-
location.
Tentacle.
There's a
Spiritual weapon.
tentacle.
It's a spiritual weapon shaped like a tentacle.
Wibbly, 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 wibbly.
We'll have to give you control of it later.
Alright.
Okay. It is now back to the dust method.
That's Meeple.
We accept your generous terms of surrender.
He's not too keen on surrendering. He's just gonna breathe in front of himself as well.
50-foot
Oh
cube.
no, who does that hit?
Zeta, Greg, and well, Chad doesn't get. Chad gets hit, but you can't exactly be blinded when you're not conscious.
Excuse me.
Well, you can't be. I don't know. Can you be
Yes.
blinded while you're restrained?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you can.
Yes, you can stack all the effects.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, Greg
Um,
succeeds. Well,
Chad
you
succeeds.
successfully managed to not get blinded. Okay. And it is now. And he likes it being back here. There's plenty in between him and everywhere else. It is Greg's turn.
The real talk. How hurt does that look?
I'm not too hurt, but I'm a little over. Sorry, I have only a little over half my hit points left.
Mm,
Oh, Chad is tanky as hell.
No, I'm a fighter. I'm not barbarian. I'm a fighter.
don't worry, friend. In middle of fight, have snack, and I give you a sandwich.
I ate the sandwich. What kind of sandwich?
10-point healing sandwich.
So wait. Okay, so it's like a bagel sandwich with salmon and cream cheese and
Good berries.
Mm,
I found some of the old good berries of Zeta and jam it in the sandwich with a little mustard.
Zeta's eyes just go, I don't eat those after 24 hours.
and somehow they still managed to recover my hit points.
I'm not legally liable for anything that happens.
Greg has been making
What is-
jelly out of good berries.
What does legal mean? What does liable mean?
Oh,
And it's Gilbert, we need more goo. And Gilbert spew us with more goo. 5 temporary hit points to every. I know. I need to roll. Staying the same 5.
And how terrible would it be if like this is what earns us a TPK?
Nah, we're fine. That's my turn.
Zeta can't see anything.
Okay. It is now Chad's turn. You are
Okay,
restrained.
so yeah, and if I'm reading correctly, I make the save on the end of my turn.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to attack the mud thing in front of me because it messed up my hair and that cannot stand. So even though I'm not a barbarian, I expend a rage charge.
I rage.
Against the machine.
Eh, yes, I swing with my battle axe even though I'm restrained. There's a 16 hit.
A 16 does in fact hit.
Get wrecked! And I deal 5 damage. And I swing with my scimitar.
A
Ow.
22 also.
Double wrecked. 14.
Ouch! There's not much goop still staying on this thing. Most of it's been knocked to the floor now.
And then I'm gonna make my dex save to see if I'm still immobilized.
Restrained, but yeah.
Restrained, there we go. Nope.
Still restrained.
I'm amazed that both of those hits still connected.
Yarp.
I just discovered that Chad is actually the party's rogue, though.
Why? Why?
Look at Discord.
Oh. oh, yeah, basically.
Artie's rogue.
That's the end of your turn, Chad?
Oh yeah, that was the end of my turn. Oh wait, no. Yes, I'm thinking of whether to save my action surge.
Alrighty. Then, now that Lux appears to be up and functioning properly, Rain will send him in. Thanks to his 60-foot movement speed, he will use Flyby and go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet, tagging the dust method, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 feet to get out of threat range. And his flyby attack will be delivering a Mind Sliver.
Ooh, I ordered one of those for lunch.
You know,
On
if
the
some,
dust, right?
Yep.
all we need to do is find out a way to attach explosives to arrows, and we can invent the drone strike.
Calm down, Link.
Well, a 12 does not succeed.
Awesome. So he takes 3 damage, and the next saving throw before my turn, only one, but the next saving throw before my turn, they have to roll at a penalty of 1d4.
Okay.
That'll be my turn.
Magnificent is dead. It is Zena's turn.
I can't see anything.
If you want to remove them from the turn order, move over the icon for their face, and there should change to an Xbox.
Oh, trash
Z-
can. Yeah.
Zeta is gonna start by yeeting an arrow and trying to hit the mud misfit. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 hits.
So first she's gonna yeet an arrow into the mud misfit, despite the fact that she can barely see. Is it still alive?
Nope.
So then she's gonna move 5, 10, 15, and from Hell's Heart she's gonna attempt to stab the dust misfit. That was a 16 hit.
Yes.
That's supposed. No, that's a cantrip. It only does 1 damage. So she.
Cantrip?
Primal Savagery.
For recording, is that a cantrip?
Yes, it's a cantrip. So she extends her arm, which turns into like a spike for a second, and she manages to just barely brush it.
Okay.
It is in Xanthar's Guide to Everything. That is Zeta's turn. Oh, I need to make my saving throw again.
Yes. See if you can see now.
It's a deck save, right?
Yes.
Yay, I can see again.
You can see again. And it is now Tilden's turn.
Alright, bonus action. I'll move my spiritual weapon to this side. And attack
Okay.
the dust method.
I will have to give you a movable token for that later.
Alright, tentacle, miss. Alright.
Yep, that misses.
Maybe I should start calling it a spiritual weapon. It's probably upset at me. I'm gonna firebolt.
Okay.
4 force damage.
Okay.
And I
The
just want to stay here. Yeah.
Dust Method is not happy. Does not recharge the blinding breath.
Good job, I'm proud of it.
So he is just going to swipe at Greg with his claws.
That does not hit.
Oof.
Wow.
Okay.
What kind of
That is a-
armor is Greg visibly wearing, by the way?
Greg is wearing a scale mail that he obviously tinkered with.
What do you expect an artificer to do? Well, he can't seem to go anywhere because you guys have all pinned him in. Oh, I need to do something for the mud method.
The tentacle is technically a spectral tentacle, so it can go through. It really is like a spiritual weapon.
Ah,
So the mud method was here. And this is before. So Greg and Chad need to make dex saves. Oof.
Someday I will not be the one who has to make the save.
but I don't know. Yeah,
Hey, but you made it.
Mm.
You succeeded.
so he had advantage.
Hmm?
The method got advantage on attacking me because I got restrained for the sticky thingy.
So let's do this attack again. No. Still missed. But it is now Greg's turn.
Sorry, Fran. A bit settled with something, and I pull out my axe that is pretty well ornamented.
Automated axe?
Adornated.
Next.
I know I was making jokes, sorry.
Yeah.
It's not automated. I know, actually, yeah. It has something.
It,
I
it
haven't
has a.
figured.
Greg has been attempting to make automations to it.
Is it a chainsaw?
Yeah.
Are we? Have we gone full Warhammer 40k? And is this a chain axe?
I'm working on it. Currently, it vibrates.
Okay, so it's a
Wouldn't,
vibro axe.
wouldn't you? Do you have disadvantage while you are restrained?
You're right. You're right.
Yes.
God friggin' damn it.
Yeah, you need to work on the make some improvements to that yet?
Snap of fingers and that second repeats.
No, he's running at disadvantage though.
Eh,
I
But
roll
he can,
at disadvantage.
yes,
but
I
he
know.
can reroll.
Best of 4.
An 11 does not hit.
But at least it's only slightly less disgraceful.
I
But
think
you
you've
didn't hit yourself
invented.
in the foot with it.
I think you've invented Homer's hammer.
Oh,
Yeah. Did
Yeah,
someone
it-
got hit?
Go ahead.
Someone got hit last round?
Not
I
really.
think no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hit both the.
So everyone besides Rain gets the protector spell again. Why is with this 5?
Check the coding to make sure it's rolling properly.
it
Yeah.
it is.
It is.
It is.
It just keeps rolling the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It rolled 4 times in a row. It's
Yes.
not funny.
That's average.
I mean, at least it wasn't stuck on rolling a 1.
Well, I think it did nothing because everyone had their temporary hit ones, but it was worth trying. That's my turn. At the end of the turn, I tried to save.
Okay?
You
You
had
succeed.
21. Hey!
You succeed on your save. You are no longer restrained.
Congratulations.
And it is Chad's turn.
Okay, how hurt is the dust effect?
He's still kicking up quite a bit of dust.
Okay, I throw a net at it. I'm gonna throw my net at it, so just make a damage roll. Sorry, attack roll.
A 13 hits.
Okay, so now it's just immobilized until it frees itself from the net.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make the deck save to get out of this, to unmud myself. Nope. Someday.
But
Someday.
it's restrained or grappled?
I think it's restrained. Let me double check.
For nets, they are restrained. No effect on creatures that are formless or creatures that are too large. It can use its action to make a strength check to get out of it.
Restrained.
There you go.
Yay, restrained.
I'll just destroy the net.
I mean, the magma effort would probably done the best at destroying the net.
That's true.
So is
It's
that
restrained. So that's my turn. Yeah.
okay? It is
Go
now
ham, everyone.
Rain's turn.
And with a whistle, Rain orders Lux to reverse direction, and it flies the exact same path, tagging the Mephit and landing on his shoulder at the end of its movement speed. And once again, we get a Mind Spike, but this time it's at minus 1d4 to its saving throw.
Okay.
Because no one else did any saving throws on it, right?
No.
Correct.
Even if it rolls a 4, it still makes the save. Darn.
Yep.
Roll it for record, please. Thanks.
And
Go.
that'll be Rain's turn.
Oh wait, wasn't a disadvantage?
No, it's not disadvantage.
No, it's not disadvantage.
Ah, 1d4 less.
Well, actually, it's restrained, so wouldn't it be?
No,
Or does that not
restraint
apply?
does not affect saving throws, I believe.
Okay.
It has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Yeah.
And
Dex,
this is an
right.
intelligence one.
I think we have made a bunch of dexterity saving throws without disadvantage. But oh well.
Oh well. Is that Rain's turn?
Yep.
Okay, it is now Zeta's turn.
Zeta is gonna start by stabbing.
Are you still blind?
Nope. And so that's with advantage because it's an attack roll and it's restrained.
23 hits.
3 acid damage.
It's got significantly less dust on its body now.
And then bonus action, Archer.
A 15 also hits.
That range attack wouldn't be a decent normal.
Oh, yeah, well, it would be the 15 still.
But for record only.
Yeah, so. Should have just been the 15.
No, for restraint, it's advantage for all attacks.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
a
but-
ranged attack.
But a
Ah,
ranged
right,
attack
right,
in
because
melee.
you're in melee, right? Okay.
Yeah. So it would have just
Huh.
been the 15.
It
Is it
was-
still alive?
It is still alive.
God
Learning
damn it.
lots of things this session.
We're all getting used to new characters. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay,
Silver
that's
Fur.
your turn.
Yeah.
It is now Tilden's turn.
Okay. Tentacle of the Deep at advantage. Come on, make me proud.
That's
16.
16 hits.
4 cold damage. Is it still up? Okay.
There is no more. The methods are now quiet here.
We accept your generous terms of surrender.
Just gonna test something. Did everyone hear that?
I
Remember
heard a
scratch?
sound.
Witty, 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 witty.
I promise to try not to abuse that noise.
It was really quiet. Okay. Cave problem fixed.
I don't think
We
so.
should.
We should probably check out the rest of the cave.
Well, none of
Yeah.
these guys threw rocks. We had somebody doing fire, but nobody threw rocks.
On my shoulder.
And Rain will kind of high five Greg. Yes, shoulder automatons.
Hell yeah!
And
I
Rain
will
will
wake up.
I give you a 20 high five.
Rain
Oh dear.
Rain does the whole, yeah, I'm totally returning your high five, aka he just kind of holds his arm up and takes the hit, and probably starts rubbing his hand immediately. Yep. Good job. And he starts investigating in this direction.
I'm
Did
gonna
they,
wake up Clover and wake up Iggy. And I'll put Clover on one shoulder and Iggy on my other shoulder.
did the misfits just like collapse into piles of mud and magma and dust?
Pretty much. That is what they were
When-
composed of.
When the dust method explodes, it does something.
Yes. the dust method.
Ah, I don't have to make the save.
Nope, you are out of range.
Even
Just
if I fail
pray.
to save in 1 minute, I won't be blind anymore. Also, that shouldn't be with advantage. But
I mean,
still
the
make it
15 is
anyway.
still fine, but Greg is having some issues.
It'll be okay in a minute.
My eyes.
I'm gonna go over and help Greg.
So you are going this way. Make me a perception check.
Investigation?
Perception.
Poot.
They are not the same thing.
They're my eyes. I stumbled on a rock.
You hear laughing coming from your right.
There's noise over this way, but I can't fucking see anything. Tilden, light.
Zay,
I'm coming
well,
over with my light.
if it's been less than 10 minutes, which I assume it's been like 1 minute tops, or 2 minutes tops total, Zeta is still shining.
Yep, Zeta is still shining.
And Rain gently pushes Chad down the path in front of him.
Ow.
Ow.
Off this way, right?
Yes, towards the
This was
laughter.
the sound. The laughter
this
came
way.
from this way.
I said gently. He doesn't actually force Chad into the wall or anything mean.
Okay, so I'm
Mine
gonna
is too
stand.
crowded.
What do I see?
Well, there are some more of those glowing crystals in here, and with those
Okay.
glowing crystals,
And nothing else?
Another dust method?
No.
it is another dust method.
Hello, sir. We just killed your friends. We accept your surrender, or we will kill you too.
He is intrigued by something in the corner of the room.
Cat.
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 I'm going to run up and punch it.
I'm
I'll
gonna
also-
run. I'm gonna run up and stab it, and then shoot an arrow at it.
So,
It
I'm going
seems
to
like
roll-
it is tormenting whatever's in the corner.
Leave the cat alone.
nope, no hits.
Consistency.
Zeta hits.
Advantage for Archer.
Oh yeah. I think Zeta would have realized her mistake and not like. She would like
And
have
maybe
shot
maybe
first.
shot as she was running up,
Yeah,
and
shot.
then smacked it.
Shoot, then stab. Is anyone else going to help us murder this thing?
Why we don't get to
Cat.
be in that tavern? It's too crowded.
Kitties.
Hmm.
Also, the music is gone because of the record scratch.
Yep.
Well, we're
Oh.
gonna do this, even though I don't think it's gonna be a big. How do you reset time? This.
You have to X out each individual player.
me
Or there
see
is a
that.
shortcut there. Cool.
Okay. We have 4 initiatives?
Chad.
Yes, where is Chad's initiative?
Oh shit, right, initiative.
I mean, you came up behind the thing and smacked it. I think it, noticed now.
Well, those attacks missed. But it did get an arrow in the back, and then a
Yes.
Acidy tentacle through it.
So you've made your attacks, and it is now Rain's turn.
We're gonna stick with the reliable, reliable. Rain's trying to convince himself it's useful. There we go.
Wow. A 0.
Yep, considering that's supposed to be not an advantage. Yeah, Pete did not make his save.
And so, essentially, a Vorpal dagger bursts into his skull, although this is all in his head, so there's no actual dagger. It just fucking hurts.
Mm-hmm. Well, he is in a lot of pain,
That will be Rain's turn.
and it's Sildon's turn.
Sorry, I don't want to nitpick the rules a bit, but isn't my silver a range spell?
Yes, it's a 60-foot.
Aren't familiars only able to deliver touch spells?
I mean, I'd have to look into those specific details. It's not important right now. I will make
Alright.
sure to check that. It was more just so I didn't have to walk through you all to get around the corner to see stuff.
Okay. Fire blow.
We'll double-
Yeah,
we'll check
first
that.
touch is right.
21 to hit.
21 hits.
Or force damage.
I'm getting a lot of noise from someone.
Was probably the bard.
And
Okay.
I'm just gonna stay here.
Well,
Oops.
so Zeta and Chad. This is what happens when you are a melee. You make a lot of these. Good job. You both succeeded.
I'm not melee, I'm saving resources. Kitties!
Kitties. Okay. So we have 3 kitties.
Is the
They're-
bag a kitty?
Pardon?
Is the bag a kitty?
No.
Okay, I only see 2 cat tokens.
2 cats in a bag.
Yeah.
Here I
That,
am.
is this the bag over here?
Yeah.
That is not
Oh,
a
that's
bag.
a-
That is a kitty.
That's another cat. I can see his eyes.
Oh, now that I zoom in, it really looks like a bag when you're zoomed out.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
it does.
understood where you were coming from, Kiwi.
Yeah, as I looked at their art, I was like, yeah, I guess with as small as they are, that would look like a bag. No, that's not a bag. That is a kitty.
Meow, 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 meow.
Here I am thinking I should have rolled another wizard.
Rain helps
Um.
Chad clear his body from the blast of blinding effects.
From all the explosions Chad has been near, he's also gone mildly deaf. Like Rain just like, I'm gonna help you. What? I'm going to help. What? I can't hear you.
I'll just prestidigitate and clean up most of the stuff off of Chad.
Yeah, but it won't help the ringing in his ears.
I assume the ring is due to mud and dust kicked in your ear. Just helping you clean up. Prestidigitation, clean up.
Meow.
So these are not normal kitties. They are the size of a house cat, but you get this distinct impression that they're not full grown.
Zeta casts detect magic as a ritual to see if they're magic kitties.
That takes about 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, 10
Yeah.
minutes.
Way,
And in the meantime, Zeta is sitting there petting the kitty.
way before that, when they started the fight, Greg got bored and he's investigating this other part.
Wait, Greg, wait. Hold up, I'll come with you.
Well, while Greg is doing that, Zeta is petting the kitties. We have split the party due to cats.
Chad has
Greg,
wandered
wake
off.
up.
Rain will save this from being a problem. We'll use a spell slot to cast Tensor's floating disc, and then put the 3 kitties on the floating disc, and start walking away with the disc following him, so that way, hopefully, Zeta will follow the kitties.
Zeta will follow the kitties, muttering the ritual for Detect Magic as she walks.
To be fair, Zeta could just jump on the disc with the kitties.
Yes, there's more than enough
It's
weight
true.
allowance.
It's
Oh,
3
yeah.
foot in diameter and has a 500-pound weight allowance.
Zeta is on the disc with the cats.
And Rain will just have the disc stay 20 feet behind him.
Okay. So you now have 3 kitties in tow.
Oh, man. Yeah.
So you now enter this room. There are mushrooms and quite a few glowing crystals and large rocks and small rocks.
Oh my god, is this the Underdark?
No, not that
Oh.
deep yet.
No method?
No method.
Is this?
Um. It looks like it is a cart loader.
Okay. Can I do investigation to check if there is anything interesting?
In that case,
Sure.
Rain will assist in the investigation, because that's what I was going to do as well.
Chad stands there flexing his muscles.
Ah, that's medicine.
Some of these boulders don't quite fit in with the stone here.
The stone looks out of place. Huh.
Yeah,
This
Like
doesn't-
the
something
boulder,
needed?
the boulders don't look like they came from here. They look like the wrong kind of stone.
Ah,
You know who's really good at knowing what kind of stone belongs where? Miners. I'd suggest that if we can't figure anything out from this, we should talk with the miners once we're done here.
Childen and Greg are miners.
No, we're not.
Keith 13, you're 17.
Oh my god.
Ah, damn it. I just got that. Ah, damn it. I'm so angry.
As I said, wrong kind of miner.
What's Zeta's armor class?
16.
No attacking party.
Yeah, okay, I still have 1 temporary hit point left.
well, let's check the other corners.
Are you going to investigate the boulders any further or move on?
Yeah, I mean, is there anything else we figure out when we notice that the boulders look out of place, other than that they look out of place?
I don't know. Do you investigate them more?
I poke it with a stick.
Folks back.
Wait, it pokes back?
Ah! Has it been 10 minutes so I finished detecting the kitties?
I don't think so.
Can I
don't
flip
think
one of
it's-
the boulders over?
It does not like being flipped over.
Contested
Ah.
strength check?
But,
Ah, Ah.
Well, we found the.
Not good. Oh no.
I think we can take him.
we can take him.
We can take him.
I don't like standing where I am.
This isn't. Don't worry. This isn't Call of Cthulhu. Silver is not trying to TPK us.
Oh, I'm not. But there don't seem to be aggressive.
Sorry, what?
But you poked it, so it poked you back.
What if I try to pet it?
Curls back up.
I don't hear you very well.
It curls back up.
I don't know if
Don't
it's
hear you,
on
I'm sorry.
our side or your side, Silver, but you've gotten quieter.
Am I still quiet?
Killing the bard helped it. Try again.
Does this? Am I still soundable?
It sounds
I
good
can hear
now.
you now.
You're
Yeah.
reasonable. I'm
Okay.
turning your volume up on Discord a little bit as well. Go ahead and continue. Sorry.
Okay. Well, when you pet it, it just curls back up.
Hmm.
Rain's going to suggest that we should all take a couple steps back and take turns trying to figure these things out. And meanwhile, is kind of motioning for somebody to make sure Chad doesn't notice that they're alive and moving, because otherwise, Chad's probably just going to start smashing.
Fair
You-
assumption.
You worry too much. They're fine, Pet.
Can I make a wisdom check to avoid following my first instinct and start smashing?
Go for it.
Is that a check or a save?
You successfully realize that they're not hostile. So maybe no smashing?
Maybe. I'm leaving I'm not taking the possibility of smashing off the table.
So this is Greg's theory. Something caused a bunch of things in the elemental plane to shift here. So that could be intentional, a problem in the elemental plane, or a problem here.
So we had rocks and dust and mud and magma. So they're
Mhm.
all part earth elemental.
Correct.
So something on the elemental plane of earth is fucked.
Or
Really? Or
there's just a
Go
soft
ahead.
spot here.
Yeah.
Rain's going to try to use Arcana to figure out whether these are intelligent enough to try to communicate.
Okay.
Hilda is just gonna go forward. In Primordial. Excuse me, are you a friend?
We're just sleeping here. Are you going to hit us with things?
No, I don't think I will.
Would you like us to? Question mark.
No. The others came and hit us with things. We threw rocks at them.
He held
Ah.
rock, potato, spoon outside, but no more. It's trying to speak it, but it knows ignorant.
Yeah, he's getting a few words wrong. Your friend speaks badly.
I
I'll
know.
forgive him. He's still learning.
So we're about 2.5 hours in. Would anyone like to take a short break?
I could stand for a pee break.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
why I
see.
was making the point of asking.
Yes, take 5.
All right. I have returned.
Hello, Return. I have a sneeze. I can feel it in my soul.
Artificials have ritual casting.
Hmm?
Oh, good. Cause you're here. Do artificials have ritual casting?
But the normal one, not the wizard one. So I have to prepare the spell to cast it as a wizard.
Okay, I just realized our party might be kind of slow in moving forward because we have 4 ritual casters in the party.
Back. All of the ritual
I don't have a
casting.
lot of. I don't have a lot of spells that I would like to cast as a ritual.
I have a lot of rituals I'd like to learn.
I can help you
I'm
with
here
that.
to save spell slots and kill things.
Why have spell slots when you can hit things with your biggest weapon?
My arm?
My tentacle?
My arm is
My
kind of like a spiky tentacle.
Nerds.
I said axe.
Rain picks up a
Okay,
shiny
you're
rock and then it just kind of disappears. What? I mean, that's a 10-minute ritual as well, but still. Shiny rock disappear? No problem.
Kitty.
Silver for here.
No.
my brother. My brother made the mistake of a lot of basing his Steam ID on things that he's a fan of, and now he's permanently stuck with a Harry Potter themed Steam ID.
We all
I mean,
make
you can
mistakes.
change your Steam ID.
Mistakes of the youth.
Mm. Yeah, that's something we should definitely be telling kids. Like, okay, when you make an ID for anything, don't base it on something that you're a fan of right now, because you're going to carry that for a good portion of your life.
I recall sometime early on I was told that I should quickly make an email with my name before it's
Mm.
taken. Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially if you've got a very common name.
See, I'm a little bit older, so we were told explicitly, do not make an email with your name. Because there's monsters on the internet who will come and murder you.
I literally
mean-
summon people from the internet to come bring me food.
I mean, that's still true, but you need the internet for stuff like job applications and going to university.
Yeah, like I said, older generation. So in my generation, it was the internet's full of pedophiles.
Well, once upon a time, we were told to not get into cars with strangers, and now we have Uber.
Yeah, before I remember that post. It was like in the 90s. Don't give your real name on the internet. Don't get into cars with strangers. And then in the 2010s, I summoned strangers from the internet to take me in their cars.
I have returned.
Oh yeah, now that we're all here, I kind of have an announcement. Next week is my birthday, and depending on, and I may or may not be here. It depends on on how my plans for 27 pan out.
It's all good.
First of all, happy birthday.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
I am now 30. I will be 33.
You have my condolences.
Hmm. I'll be
Wait,
33. So
33?
You have my sympathy. You have sympathies.
33. If I can't make it here, Snarky, you pilot Chad.
Chad is very simple. Chad smash.
Hmm. Just like think of the dumbest person you know, the dumbest, most belligerent person you know. Ask yourself,
Myself.
what would they do? Hmm.
Okay,
Sil-
alright.
Silverfur, just to be the whiny little kid that I'm always are that I always are. That's English. I getting into midnight here. Do we have much left?
I figure we finish what's in this room. Since you haven't decided to smash them, they're fairly. They're not belligerent like the methods were.
They're
They were just
mostly
upset
benign.
They're mostly benign. They're just upset because people have been hitting them with picks.
Oh, so I asked them. I kind of like in an on Chad like move. Hey, were you the ones throwing rocks?
They don't understand you.
Tilden, you've got a kind of dialogue going with them now.
Yes, yes, I do, yes.
Can you ask them whether they're comfortable leaving this cave specifically, or if this cave is now their home, or if we can find another cave that they'd be comfortable moving into?
Do we know for certain if they're the ones who were throwing rocks? Because we kind of just assumed that.
They seem to be
Alright,
mobile rocks, so dealing with them regardless would be an important first step.
They did say that they threw rocks when they got picked on.
I will
Ooh.
throw rocks at people who pick on me.
I mean, if
Hang
somebody
on.
hit you on the head with a pick, wouldn't you throw something at them?
I think in the case of Chad, he would throw them at something.
Is Chad attacking?
Uh,
I attacked Kiwi for that pun.
Zeta will attack you back.
I would be careful attacking Zeta.
He
Alright,
didn't attack
okay.
Zeta. He attacked
That's Kiwi.
Kiwi.
Kiwi has an AC of 30. Nothing you say affects me.
So I say Tilden.
Alright, okay.
Let see if they are agreeable and they moving. Maybe we can even convince the miners to let them have a corner and they don't touch them, so they will live in peace.
Alright.
We could take them back to the
In Primordial
school.
then. Okay, hi, my name is Tilden. What's your name?
He mutters something that I am unable to pronounce.
Alright.
So Jeffrey, James, Jim, and Joanne.
I'll
Grizzle
call them
Farm.
mineral names like Sapphire and Diamond. Or Amber, one of those.
I mean, Sapphire, Ruby, Emerald. They're
Wait, are these are Pokemon games?
These are Geonids. I eat Geodude.
When? Okay. Anyway, back to the conversation. When did you all come here?
A few weeks ago.
How did you come here?
We do not know.
Well, you see, you are now in a cave that kind of belongs to some other people, and they come here to hit rocks. I would, I would like to help you. I can try talking to the other people who have been hitting you to ask them to stop. But I need you to promise that you won't attack them anymore.
Why are they hitting rocks?
There's that
Um,
sounds like a philosophical question.
yeah, Rain would suggest that you explain that they're looking for rare minerals, but that obviously the fact that they might be full of rare minerals is a bad thing, so phrasing that diplomatically would be a very careful thing to do, Tilden.
For eating. We use the rocks for eating.
There's things inside rocks that these people want. So I would like to maybe try to tell them to leave you alone and you leave them alone. And maybe, do you like it here?
It is nice here. There is good
Okay.
crystals and metals for eating.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is gonna be a problem.
Well, the thing is they can find these things easily in the rock. The miners have to randomly hit rocks to try to find them. They know where they are.
Okay, I have a Gru.
Okay.
Gru is having a thought that Chad would never have.
It's okay. Tilden, I think Tilden might have something.
Do you know those Chinese and Japanese fisher people who use birds instead of like fishing nets and lines?
I do.
I'm
I was-
thinking the same thing.
I was gonna go
work out on
with
green.
the truffle dogs, but same difference.
All the pelicans that fish for people.
Wait.
Okay.
Wait.
Yes,
Taylor runs
yes.
out of the cave and finds any of the Earth Ganassi that live in the town.
One of them will follow you back in the cave if you wish.
Yeah, Zeta will drag them to the rocks.
Okay, so how about this, Sapphire? Addressing the one that's in front of me. Maybe if you can help the miners find the rare stuff, we can get them to share it with you. Are you 1, 2, 3, 4? Are the 4 of you the only ones here? Or are there more of you?
There are some more of us.
How many more?
There's only a couple more of us.
Only a couple more. All right, that's the answer that I need. Okay, so just stay here for a bit longer. Let us go talk to the other people.
Zeta has brought one of the other people who probably understands Primordial.
Yep, one of the other miners who understands Primordial and understands rocks very well.
Earth Ganassi and all.
Yep.
Okay. So the things that have been attacking you are these rocks from another elemental plane. They are pretty much passive until some other people hit them with picks, which is very mean. But I believe we can come to a peaceful conclusion if they are kind of willing to help you find rare minerals, and they are able to share.
Well, I mean, if they can help us find the minerals better, then they can stay.
Yeah,
And
just make sure
I
no
would
one
like
hits
to
them with rock.
understand them throwing rocks at people who've hit them on the head with a pick.
Yay, team, not murder hobos.
I killed 3 things today. That's not the worst.
Hmm.
I think there were 4 things that have been killed today.
I got the killing blow on 3 things. Yes, Zeta is counting. And I got cats.
Yes, we will have to deal with the cats.
All in all, Zeta's just having a great day, huh?
Yeah.
So, well, this Earth Ganassi now is now talking to the rocks and turns and looks at you and says, "Go inform the foreman that we may have a few more workers in the mine." And
All right.
the Geonids are basically agreeing to help them find the best veins and stuff in exchange for being able to eat some of the minerals, especially the more common stuff, which is still tasty. And they're not above eating some of the rocks, especially if you come across like granite.
Delicious, delicious granite.
I mean, they're rocks. They need more rock.
All right. Goodbye, Sapphire, and Ruby, and Emerald, and Lucky,
Pearl,
Ember.
and Pearl, and Fire Red, and Leaf Green.
Yeah, pretty much.
An Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
Yes. So Zeta has finished casting detect magic, and they're not they don't seem to illuminate magic, but you can tell that since you've probably also been studying them during this time, that they're not exactly cats.
Meow.
Maybe elementals, given what we have been facing in the cave so far.
Cat elementals.
They could also be fae since they're taking the form of cats.
Cat elementals. From the elemental plane of cats.
Hmm.
No, it's
So-
elemental plane. Oh, sorry.
So we have one of them who's very inquisitive and keeps looking at everybody's familiars that are flying around.
We will call you Button.
I thought Button was the one that was constantly ripping shit to pieces.
Yeah, inquisitive. That's what I said.
Inquisitive, always getting into stuff. The second one, the one that looks like a sack, is very observant and kind of aloof.
So you're You're Mr. Friendly.
And the third one has curled up into is Zeta like sitting cross-legged on the disc?
Mm-hmm.
She is curled up into your lap. She is scared.
Charles.
No, we are not naming the cat Charles.
Oh.
Zeta gives the cat a good berry.
She takes it and eats it. And the one you've named, Buttons, comes up and looks for more.
My god, I'd only get to make so many of these a day.
Don't worry, Button just starts bopping it around.
Uh,
He thinks it's a boy.
Well,
Are,
identify will work on
are
finding out what these are.
so are they elemental cats or are they fae or?
Will identify work?
Identify will not work.
Okay.
Give me a nature check.
Okay.
that.
Jordan is not good at those.
No, wait, I'm not good at that.
Greg is good at that.
I'm proficient. Could I argue for handling some animals?
I would accept handle animal.
Oh god, I rolled a 4.
Chad doesn't know shit.
Greg, what are these things?
Greg remembers some stories about some kind of cat that's 2 or 3 times normal size, but they live in the forest. I'm sorry, I had to look and see what Button was doing.
Mhm.
Currently on the
Button,
floating
what's up?
disc.
Button has found a bottle cap and is bapping it around.
Wait, bottle cats exist in this universe.
Wrong button. Although it's very possible that there are bottle caps in this universe. Or at least corks.
My food might be here.
Okay. But yes, Greg identifies them as cats that come from the forests that surround the nation.
That
I wonder
forest
who
kind of
brought them
far
here.
from.
It extends. It's further up the mountain until that peters out when the mountains get too high for trees to continue. But it pretty much extends around the entire border of the nation.
Ask the miner if they saw these cats before.
Her face is wet.
I'm amazed at how relatively bad I am with money sometimes.
The miners will tell you
Shiny
that they
thing?
don't normally wander this far, and never any this small.
Oh, but it's not like your cats.
No, these are not ours.
Ah,
In this case, Dragon Age 2.
A mystery for the ages.
Hmm.
Uh,
Who
Miss.
brought them here?
It's,
I wonder.
well, I don't have an optical drive to install it. Then I would have to remember what my
Alright, so mission accomplished. Do we pass the exam?
access the DLC.
Let's go out and talk to the who was the gentleman that we were
To
supposed to find?
explore the
Yeah.
rest
And it was like
cave.
$12 or $13 on Steam.
Well,
75
the
bucks.
Geonids will
Like,
tell you
that's
that there
fine.
are no more
And I was
methods.
like, fuck it.
Ah,
If I'm
okay.
doing this,
They were
might as well
trying to
do
stay
it
away
this
from the
way.
methods because they were
So I bought that
loud
paid
And mean.
$27
and
for
mean.
games.
And they forced us to make so many saving throws.
The biggest reason for not buying them was because it was all tied to Origin.
I think
It's up to you whether Chad says that in character.
Alright, let's go talk to
as a singular
Miss
storefront.
Delwind and as well as the lead,
And everybody else is
the
like,
hit
you
miner.
have to have our
Just to let
shit
me know
running in
what's
the
going on.
background, to play our games and all that shit, and it's fucking irritating. But I've got Rockstar on my computer, I've got GOG on my computer, I've got Steam on my computer. Fucking why not?
yeah, pretty much, unfortunately.
Alright, so let us
It's obvious
let
that
us
they aren't going to.
are we not going to loot the rest of the mine? Is that a thing
Yes,
that we can't do?
unfortunately true.
I mean, there isn't any loot that you are allowed to take. The Dust Methods didn't have anything, and the Geonids don't have any loot on them. But you might receive some payment. This is something that's happened before on your hands-on stuff.
Why?
I
Worst
mean, anything
final
inside here
exam.
probably belongs to the miner.
Worst final exam ever.
Well, we've got 2 other side paths to look over. whether we do that today or for next week. At least we managed to negotiate a peaceful situation with the walking rocks instead of the violent situation like the others.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So for this bit of skillful diplomacy, I got one question to ask you.
Oh, poor girl.
Yes?
You're so sad.
Do we gain a level?
No.
This is what you wanted, right? Attention?
Well, it was worth a
You
shot.
wanted attention, right?
You're
Worth a
at
shot.
level
Can't
Sure,
blame
that's
me for
what you
trying.
wanted. That's why you're screaming at us.
Well,
Okay,
Alright,
so
I'll make my way out of the cave. Assuming the rest of the party is coming along.
Poor kid.
yes.
There you go.
So let us go to.
See, if you were lighter, it would be an easier endeavor to hold you
Here.
and put you down instead of you acting like you're being lobbed everywhere.
And back out where you can tell the foreman everything you learned. He seems quite pleased to have somebody that can help them get to the best veins, with less just blind randomly digging. Because the less time they have to spend getting to the veins, the more money they can make.
Right. So so final exam over. Did we pass?
I'm assuming we need to search the other two lines of the mine before we consider the situation dealt with.
Geonids said the other two lines were safe.
Okay.
The
I trust them.
Geonids have investigated the entirety of what the miners have excavated here. They were just avoiding the places where the Mephits were because the Mephits were mean and loud.
Awesome.
They just kind of wanted to be not hit on the head with pickaxes.
Which is a very reasonable expectation.
It's a reasonable ask.
Yes.
I too would be upset if somebody walked up to me and hit me with a pickaxe. I'd be like, hey, that's not cool.
We will have to learn more about the strange kitties. Probably next week.
Hmm.
Dun
Okay.
dun dun dun.
Are we John Cena? Dun, 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 dun.
And we
Dun.
return next week and the kittens have murdered everyone in town.
Jennifer,
Yes?
was very fun. Thank you.
Yes.
It's always interesting
I-
trying to get into new body.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm looking forward for these stations, but for now, I'm dying here. I need to go to my bed. It's
Go.
past my sleepy time.
Go
Sleepy
enjoy
time.
some sleep.
I will talk to you tomorrow, Quasta.
Eh,
Or
Good night,
some-
everyone.
Good
Nighty
night.
night.
Good night.
Sleep tight. Don't dream of flaming clown spiders tonight.
Oh.
Eh,
Wow.